Hey everybody, I want to share with you what I think to be a really nice resource for virtual and distance learning. And one of the advantages of this Flipgrid, which I'll show you today, is that students have a chance to work a little bit more collaboratively and feel like they're still as part of a wider classroom community, even if they're in virtual locations. So basically what Flipgrid is, it's a collection of video responses, so students can record their own video response to a prompt, and then other students can reply, and we as teachers can reply as well. We can give some very specific feedback to the video. So I want to show you a little bit what it looks like in action. Of course, if you are doing this for the first time, you would click Educator Sign Up, and then you would log in based on your Google ISS account. And this is important for a later step, which I'll show you. Anyway, so I will show you instead my Flipgrid account homepage, which looks like this. So here are the kind of classrooms we can think about, or the gathering areas for each of my Flipgrids. And what I'd like to do now is add a new grid just to show you how it works, and maybe think of a Flipgrid as like an area where one class would collaborate. So maybe this is my test class. And then I'll choose that students are going to be able to sign up based on their email, their ISS email. And this is important because it'll help everybody collaborate in the same space, and students won't have to double log in, as far as I understand. There's a code here for the Flipgrid, but we'll see that on the next page as well. So I've named my class based on whatever classroom I'm actually teaching. Here's a student email. Click Next, and this demonstrates that anybody with an ISS account is going to be able to log in as long as they have the link. Okay. There's my Flipgrid. It's ready. I can copy it here or send it directly to Google Classroom. What I typically do is I just open up my Google Classroom. I create an assignment with maybe a sample text or the resource that I want everyone to be working on, and then I'll copy and paste this Flipgrid link so students themselves can post their responses to the sample text or the question that I have through a video here on Flipgrid. So I'll go to my grid, and there's my test class. But what I want to do first is add a new topic. So my topic will be maybe a test video. And if this were my actual classroom, what I would do here is I could ask the specific question that I want them to answer, or of course create a link to a Google document or whatever I wanted to do. But one thing that's been tripping me up lately is this recording time. It defaults, at least on mine, to 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I've forgotten a few times to change that to 5 minutes, which is, I think, a reasonable amount of time for a longer video. But of course, you can limit it to smaller times as well, especially if you have just a quick question. So this stuff, there's a lot of additional features which I haven't really used, to be honest. But here, I'll create a topic. Record our first video. Recording time is 5 minutes, and I'll create a topic. So then I could also, if I chose to, link this to my Google Classroom. So this is the specific question or the topic that the video would refer to. And then I want to show you what it looks like for students. So students will, if they were to click that link, they would see this. And here's the test video, and I would have my record our first video. Here's my prompt. Students do this. Record a response. This might be strange. You'll see me twice here. So the Flipgrid looks like this for students. They have little tools where they can use a little board, or they can fool around with these photos and stickers, which they tend to like a lot. Put like little sunglasses on their faces or whatever. But that's some kind of exciting thing for students. To be honest, I've done it with some of my Flipgrids as well. It's kind of fun. But the core of this is that the students themselves have a chance to record their own thoughts, record a response to a text, and this gets recorded and saved for other students to respond to. So it's probably very strange now seeing me speak twice, but I'm going to hit pause here to show you the next steps. Record a response to a text, and this gets recorded and saved for other students to... Click Next. I've got to always choose to make a selfie of myself for each video. and we'll post that up. Submit my video here to the Flipgrid. So now this will be accessible for all the students in the classroom. My students can see other responses from other students, and which is, I think, the really important point of this. So what I've done in the past is I've required my students to, for example, record their own response and then respond to 3 others or reply to 3 others. So I'll show you how that works. Record response. Students would see this. I can have a chance to put my own rubric there, although I haven't done that before. I can provide written comments, and what I really like about it is this button here. This is that I can respond directly through video, and other students can do the same. So I saw your Flipgrid response, and it was really interesting. It made me think about X, Y, and Z, and I still have some other questions for you. I wondered if you thought about A, B, and C. And so this is kind of a way that students can communicate in real time, and you have also a sort of set of responses that students can use, I think, as revision tools. They could use it as a chance to maybe build a portfolio, at least in our IB subjects. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. I've been able to use a few of these kinds of tools, and I have a few other suggestions. Yeah, I'm really excited about this tool, and I think one of the most important things, as I see in the next couple of weeks, is that students still have a sense of community, even though they're in remote locations, and this is maybe just one extra tool to be able to do that. Okay, thanks very much. All the best.